As winter approaches, the conditions deteriorate as the rains fall. Yet, the much-needed reinforcements have finally arrived. Lieutenant Fox arrives with a platoon of British soldiers. They also arrive with a Vickers machine gun team, as well as a squad of French infantry. A platoon of Germans arrive as well, armed and ready. Also arriving are plenty of shells for the guns. A fierce exchange ensues. Under the cover of Asher's devastating artillery barrage, he sends a small probing force of 4 men to the riverbed. Though the Germans notice, they are astonished and believe it to be bait at first. In spite of the odds, they make it to the riverbed. The Germans no longer decide to retain their fire once it's clear it's no longer just a ruse. The men decide to make a break for the farmhouse, though one of the men isn't so lucky. With some other men who slipped through the right unopposed, the men in the farmhouse lay cover fire for a small force set on taking out the German machine gun. Unfortunately, mines and riflemen make work of them.
On se fait massacrer! Pas un pas en arrière! Pas un pas en arrière!
Though the men in the farmhouse still remain, the Germans will not allow the French to establish forward positions where they can not only stage more assaults, but also coordinate their artillery. They send out a party of troops to make sure that doesn't happen. Mines, though, go both ways, and the few men left put up one hell of a fight. A dangerously close German shell decides that for the men defending, though. The roof and upper floors collapse, crushing the brave men inside. The Germans decide to go in for the kill and throw their grenades in to finish them off. The last Frenchman decides that one more German must go with him. As he bleeds out, he takes the last 2 in the party out. The German snipers, however, are quite deadly. They manage to kill 2 gunners. It is then decided for an attack to commence.
Attention! Sniper!
With every pace taken, they eventually reach many shell holes for cover and the riverbed. Asher then sends a small force around to clean up the riverbed. With only 5 men left in their initial advance, the Germans remaining are given the opportunity to surrender, and they take it. They are taken to headquarters for questioning. men diverted from the attack to hide in the ruins. Under the cover of night, they decide to rescue their 5 comrades through the passage in the wire. A British sentry spots them though, and the 5 prisoners become 7.
Nous avons 7 prisonniers.
As December hits and the snow falls, the exchange of artillery is fierce, but no major infantry assaults have come. Christmas is fastly approaching, and in one of the greatest Christmas miracles in history, the Germans, British and French alike, decide to celebrate together. Soccer is played, snowmen built, carols sung in stark and horrendous contrast to the months before. Though the festivities continue, eventually, the men return to their trenches as 1915 approaches. A new year begins, as the relative peace of the years prior are but a distant memory. Since Archduke Franz Ferdinand's death in July and the world erupted into war, this so-called Great War has seen 1 million men already die by this point. November of 1914 sees 10 French, 6 British, and 16 Germans dead, plus 7 prisoners. This leaves the total loss of this front at 17 Allied and 26 Germans, 7 of which are prisoners of war. Join us next week when 1915 begins with many horrific technological advancements in store.